was Christmas Eve, babe, in the drunk tank.
Hello, I'm Maff Potts and I'm in a field with a cow and I'd like to talk to you about Christmas. Same to you, pal. In Camerados we believe in sitting down in comfy chairs and sofas surrounded by fairy lights and looking out for each other to get through tough times. So I thought you and me, we'd sit down with this fella and we'd have a bit of a chat, and then I'll give you some ideas and maybe you'd get in touch. What do you think? Are you a Camerado fella? You're a Cowardo. Do you see what I did there? Oh, he's off. Alright, fair enough. So to be honest, I've never been a big fan of Christmas. I spent 14 of them in homeless shelters in London after my mum and dad died. And actually that's where the seeds of Camerados began, because it was just people spending Christmas together in the most wonderful, no bullshit atmosphere, drinking tea and getting on. People looking out for each other. I mean, wherever you stand on Christmas, whether you're into the whole baby Jesus thing or you're Santa Claus or you work in retail or not, the truth is technically it's meant to be celebrating a kid born in a stable surrounded by defecating cows and straw because his mum and dad weren't able to get in anywhere. Nobody wanted them. And yet we celebrate by buying loads of stuff and getting pissed. I don't know, I just never got it myself. Anyway, but this year I think it might be a bit different. We're all a bit skint, so we might not be spending so much money. And the most precious thing, most valuable gift, is being allowed to be together.
So since we made that film, sadly, it turns out that we're not allowed to be together.
Some of us can be.
Some of us can be, but many of us can't, very sadly.
What were you going to say?
Well, what I was going to say to everybody was that when you take away all the trappings of Christmas, which is a little bit what it's like this year, it's like going back to that stable where there isn't anything but each other, and that's what it's all about. But we can't even have that, which is astonishing, really. But Camerados talks all the time about it's all right to fail. It's okay to be a bit rubbish. And it sometimes feels this year as if the whole planet has been living our mantra, we're all a bit shit sometimes.
Dad, you said shit.
I know.
Can I say?
No, you can't. So, what I want you to remember this Christmas day is, if you've not had such a great day, there are people out there all united by one thing, which is we're all willing to sit down alongside you. There's a movement of people out there for you, so please don't feel alone. So, I hope you have a great Christmas. Me and Sonny are saying Happy Christmas, aren't we?
Yep.
And remember, we're happy to sit down alongside you, even if that means being in a field full of cows and shit.
Dad, you said...
I know.
And I think the fella behind me agrees. Thank you very much, sir. You all right, pal?
It was Christmas Eve.